Milsurp Garage. Back with the 1903 Winchester. Post-range report. If you're unaware of what history we have with this rifle, you could go back. I have a video on the rifle, pretty recent, a range video with it, and then a range follow-up where we speak about what was going on with these guns. This was my only problem for the day, which was a failure to cycle. It stopped. It fired like 4 or 5 rounds. Then a brass got stuck in the chamber, and nothing I could do could get it out. And getting it home, it really needed to be hammered out of there. It was stuck pretty good. And these are the brass that was coming out of it. You could see that they're. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Probably make it a little easier to see. They're kind of scraped up. You see that? As compared to like 22 casings from that day that just came out of a regular properly functioning rifle. They don't really get scraped like that. When you see those striations along the brass, you know that you got a you see that? That's bad. That's not good. So you look at it of two different things, two different ways. I'm not really an expert, but I'm thinking that you could either hone it out with something like some type of paste with a thing that goes in there like a jag that's soft, and you put a paste on it, and you literally just use a drill even to just hone it out and make it nice and smooth. I think that must be a procedure, right? I mean, I'm not an expert with that. Like I know, like if I looked online, I'm pretty sure I'd be seeing, instructional videos on how to do that, and that could work. I mean, if the chamber is, it did work. The rifle did function. You gotta remember that it did actually work. It was just it just wouldn't extract the brass, but the rifle itself functioned properly. So that would be the hard part. If there was something broken or something like that, then it's not going to work fine. But if it just needed a rough part to be smooth, other than that, it looked like the head spacing was okay. Those shell casings I just showed you weren't cracked or split or bulged, So maybe honing that out a little bit and making that smooth, maybe even just using it a few more times and pushing brass that gets stuck out of there would be enough to even smooth it out a little bit. But I'm thinking a drill with an abrasive soft jag. I mean, what I mean is a soft jag, but then you put like some kind of abrasive polishing compoundy paste on there. You just run a drill in there. You just run it for a while and just make that shiny. You don't want to take away too much metal, but just get rid of that roughness a little, Even if you just take away some of the roughness, enough for it to be able to cycle. And then I think we'd have a working gun. So I'm going to give that a try, I think. I'm going to give that a shot. And until then, this is still a gorgeous rifle. There we go. It's in need of a little help, but that's okay. For one rifle like that to be old, listen, I could have gone with the long rifle version of this, and I'm sure they're in much better shape. Let's put it that way. With these, it's a proprietary round, and what happens is, it's just a formula. Proprietary round means it gets shot less because the ammo's less available. Even back in the day, it was a different round than the 22 long rifle, which was everywhere. So it gets shot less, means it gets cleaned less. If it gets cleaned less, it suffers more. That's it. Bottom line. Period. So you just have to deal with that and overcome it. I'm pretty sure I could get this thing to still be a shooter, and if not, then not. But I'm going to keep you updated. I'm going to let you know if what process I find out or what I decide to do to try to hone that chamber up and clean that up a little bit, and we'll see what happens. And until then, guys, tune in. I'm gonna have some cool stuff coming up very soon.